Hey, and welcome back to the Megan Waldrop podcast. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you if you've been here before. Thank you for being here. I know you could be anywhere, and I really truly cherish this time that we have together each week. And if you're new here, welcome. Pull a seat up at our table. There's always room for more people. We're stoked to have you and to hear more about like what's your vibe? What do you believe? What really resonates with you to help you feel more connected to just the simple joys in life every day. I mean, there's so many beautiful things that we have going on around us, and to be able to really notice them is such a gift. And that really belongs or begins with being able to connect with ourselves, with our inner selves, our inner guide, the divine nature, the one consciousness, the universe, whatever that is for you. This is what helps us feel more connected and really truly feel alive every day. And so today I'm going to talk about these interesting 4 seconds that can define our day, but how we can completely change it as well. So, if you're listening, by the way, folding laundry, driving, hiding in the bathroom for 5 minutes away from the kids, I appreciate you. I see you. And we're going to talk about something that changed everything for me. It's why stress isn't a personal failure. It's actually a human brain trying to keep us safe. We're going to get into that. Why you can't think your way into calm, and how you can actually train your body into calm, and how your nervous system has been running the show behind the scenes. And hopefully by the end, you'll feel a little lighter and take this in your pocket that you can use at any time. So, a little background for me: I've been studying spirituality and self development for probably 14 years now. And, I've had my practices. I would practice yoga every morning and meditation. I've gotten more serious into my meditation in the last several years. And at the beginning, I was very, very serious about it. And then for about, 10 years, it was on and off. But, I was doing the things. I was eating the good food. I was exercising to the best of my ability. But there always was a piece of me that felt like there was something wrong. Like I was doing the step by step of what people are telling me to do to feel that calm, but I would still have this anxiety that would hit in the morning. And I just didn't understand what was going on because I'd still felt anxious. And then at the end of the day, I would feel exhausted. And it was like my brain wouldn't shut off. And recently, I learned something that really blew my mind. And I'm excited to share this with you. And it's not that our bodies are failing us, it's not a personal failure. It's that our bodies are trying to protect us, or our brains are trying to protect us. So there's this tiny little part in our brain called the amygdala, and this is the fight or flight mode. And we've talked about it in the last breath work episode. But this amygdala, it clicks on as soon as you wake up in the morning. Within the first 4 seconds, you're awake, you're laying in your bed, it clicks on, you're like, the birds are chirping. And then all of a sudden, your brain goes into survival mode. So back in the day, if you were being chased by a saber-toothed tiger, it was making sure that you were safe in the cave that you were living in. But now it's using, what is safe for me? I got to list all the threats. The amygdala is scanning for threats because it's trying to protect you. And so in the modern day, that is to-do list, errands, emails that you have to answer, phone calls you have to make, errands you have to run, picking up the kids from school, laundry, grocery. The to-do lists become this threat, but it's really not a threat. You know what I'm saying? It's just that our bodies are looking for something to say, okay, the amygdala wants to do its job. So it's looking at this and saying, okay, these are the threats. So then our body immediately follows suit. Our brain has a thought, and then if our body is attached to it, it immediately goes into this alert mode. But there's a way to fix this, okay? First of all, when you wake up in the morning, know that that's actually going to happen, that there's nothing wrong with you, that if you have this anxiety, it's not because there's anything threatening coming your way. It's because your brain is trying to protect you. So you can acknowledge that feeling. Why do I feel anxiety, or why am I feeling stressed about this day that's about to come ahead of me? And you just be like, oh, you know what? Thank you for doing your job, but I got this. It's all good. And it's interesting because when we when we go along with the amygdala, when we're not really aware of what's happening, it can feel like every day feels the exact same because the amygdala is going back to what it knows. It goes back to the familiar. It was like, well, yesterday, this is what we had to do. And so it's trying to, pace out your day so there's no surprises that can, threaten you. And it's like, okay, well, the day before was like this, and I'm just going to reprogram this. So this person, this body knows that it has to go through this, autopilot mode. And it kind of just feels like Groundhog's Day. And every day, there's not really any thrills. You're just kind of like, oh, well, this is what I have to do. I have to talk to these people, and this is what's going to happen. And you already think you know what's going to happen in your day before you even get out of bed, when really that's just a way that's going to block us from all the incredible synchronicities and blessings and really cool, interactions that we'd have throughout the day if we were just open to that. We weren't so locked into this to-do list and the amygdala wanting to keep us safe. So, thank you, amygdala, for wanting to keep us safe, but we got this. And so when that amygdala clicks on and then we start to feel stress, it's that cortisol drip. And you've heard about this, it's that stress hormone. And so that's what makes us feel really tense. And that's what, we breathe shallow, and then you're living in survival mode. And then you're just, you're on all day. You're like on this feeling of like, oh my gosh, I need to protect myself. And that's why you get so friggin' tired at the end of the day, because you're just like in this intense mode. But the thing is, it's, our bodies can't think our way into calm. We can't think our way into feeling calm, which is interesting because you would think you could do that. You would think that you can, but we need physical cues, and breath work is a great way to do this. But I've also thought about this morning, and I wanted to share this new one with you because I woke up this morning and I had that feeling, and I have this awareness of the amygdala, but I was still kind of feeling tense. And I said, well, how am I going to register? I was doing some breath work, but also, how can I also share a way that would be helpful to teach our bodies that it's safe? Because sure, breath can cue our bodies to feel safe, but what does it mean to actually feel safe in our bodies? So I think of it like this. Whenever we forget how to feel safe, and honestly, feeling safe feels good, but to our body, if we're not used to feeling that goodness, that safeness, it sees it as a threat. It's like, oh my gosh, this is not familiar. I'm used to running on high octane cortisol drip all day long. This whole calmness for no reason, this is a threat. No, 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 this is not safe. So we have to just practice what that feels like. And of course, breath work always is a great way to just take an inhale through your nose and long exhale out the mouth. Longer the exhale, that's just what calms your body. But I was also thinking about how I feel these subtle shifts in my body. And a great way to do this is to literally just tense everything in your body. To remember what it feels like to feel calm, you first have to build that tension. So that tension, when you're like right now, if you're watching me on YouTube, I'm clenching my body. I have all my muscles clenched. My fists are clenched, my toes, everything. And then and release, and feel what that release feels like in your body. It's like, oh, I'm I feel calm. This is what it means to feel calm. This is what it means to not feel tension. And to remember that feeling, to remember what it feels like in your body to have that release. This is what's going to help us practice every day when we're feeling that anxiety for no reason, when we're thinking these long to-do lists are actually a tiger chasing after us, when really it's not. It's like, how blessed are we that we get to live the lives that we've always wanted, or we're on the way to living the life that we always want. There's always going to be life happening. So how do we enjoy it along the way? How do we actually embrace what's in front of us? Because everything that's in front of us is a reflection of us. It's a lesson that we're learning. It's a constant way that we can tweak and learn how to bring ourselves at peace. I mean, this really is like a initiation every single day, every interaction. And so those subtle shifts can happen. And, eventually you don't have to clench your body all the time to feel that release, but you can definitely, when you're feeling that in your body, you can be like, oh, wait, yeah, where can I relax? Where can I take a step back? When you release, you're able to take a step back, look at what you have to do today, and be like, oh, actually, this isn't that bad. Actually, I was really looking forward to this. Oh, I can take the scenic route to get there. I can grab a coffee with a friend, or you know what? Actually, this errand, I can totally push this off for another day or two and have some free time. How do I find that release? And Honestly, it really is. It's not the thinking, it's the cueing your body, physically cueing your body. Oh yeah, remembering that it's okay to feel peace. It's okay to feel calm. You don't need an excuse. You don't need to have your birthday or some kind of big event going on to be like, I'm going to save all that fun and that peace and that joy for this one moment. We can do it anytime we want, and we're allowed to. We don't need to earn it. I know, in America, I love our country, and we also, our society, we go, 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 go. But that's really what our whole foundation of this land that we've been on. I mean, it's obviously been borrowed land from the indigenous tribes. But whenever it came to America, this whole society was built upon you can do anything you want. You can build anything you want. You can be whoever you want. And what freedom, how amazing is that? Yet at the same time, that freedom can feel crippling because we feel like, wait, I don't know what to do with all this. Do I need to earn it? Because that's kind of been also this whole hustle culture is I need to earn my rest. But really, no, that's not how this works. That's what leads to burnout. If we're feeling like we need to earn rest, then we're just constantly pushing ourselves until we're sick, till we get the flu or the cold, or we actually do have some kind of internal disease that all this stress is really compounding and fueling and the disease is dis-ease. It's not ease. It's not ease. It's how can we bring ease into our life? And it really is just remembering how to relax the body. That is what's going to help cue that nervous system from fight or flight mode to chill pill mode. It's like, oh, where can I release here? I remember when I was talking with some friends, and even if I'm really excited about talking with my friends and it's a really cool conversation about life or, religion or whatever it is, love. And I remember parts of me, that's like my body would get so tense because maybe I was really excited, but I was also like wanting to jump into the conversation and I wanted to wait. And it's like, oh my gosh, I was like, my chest, everything up here on the top part of my body would feel really clenched. But it's like, I wasn't even really able to absorb the conversation because I was too busy going, good Lord, I feel like really, really stressed out right now, even though I'm a part of this and I want to be here. And then being able to just like relax into it really was a game changer. It gave me a new perspective, but it also made me enjoy it more because then I didn't feel like I was, having to hurry up and jump in the conversation or, you know, participate anyway. I could just witness it. And that's what it's all about is being able to have, if you feel that tension rising, know that you can have that release anytime that you want. And it's just remembering how to release it, how to launch that parachute, how to take that chill pill. And it's just remembering what it feels like to relax in your body. And so if you need that dose of relaxation, of remembering what it's like, do what I did earlier. Just tense up your entire body and hold it for a few seconds and then just relax and memorize that feeling. That's the feeling. That's the feeling. That's the joy. That's the feeling that's going to open up your eyes, open up your body, open up a whole new way of living so you can really enjoy the simple things in life because it's not the extraordinary that makes life worth living. It's the beauty in the ordinary things. It's the beauty that we have to be able to make those micro shifts within our body. Those are the true miracles. And you have total control over this. And you can do this anytime you want. It's never a failure when you feel like, oh, this feels hard for me to actually relax. And no, that's your body actually telling you, oh, wait, I got to practice how to feel safe in this new body of calm. And the harder it feels for you, the more you're going to be initiated into this strength of being able to give yourself that calm. The more challenges, the stronger you're going to be. It's not a failure. This is the game. This is the playfulness. This is life at its pure essence. It's like, how can we ever be bored ever again? We know that we can do this at any time. So nice talking with y'all about this. I'd love to hear if this hit for you. And I'm going to dive into this more for the workshop that I have. It's a live workshop coming out on February 17th called the Portable Wellness Toolkit. It's going to be February 17th, Tuesday at 11 a.m. And yes, that is the Lunar New Year on purpose, because what a beautiful time to set these cosmic intentions, this way to really deeply connect with your spiritual self and to learn how to bring it along with you anywhere, anytime, from home, office, in the car, in the grocery store line. And these are practices that I do for myself that keep me literally sane. I mean, this is what I do to feel more grounded. This is what I do that are, some of these are very non-negotiable for me. Every single morning, I do this one practice that I'm going to go through with you. And I'm really excited to share it with you because it has changed my life in so many ways in the past several months. And it's helped me got through this huge career shift. And it's really honest. And this is the other thing, and probably the most important thing. Not only has it helped me appreciate my life as Megan, as whoever this person is within, this soul within, it's helped me appreciate my loved ones more. It's helped me to really let them be who they are and not feel like I need to control a situation to make myself feel safe, and just see them for who they are, appreciate them, and just see the full spectrum of life, the full joy, and yet the beautiful sorrow, knowing that we're not always going to be alive at the same time. We're not always going to be in the same room together. We're not always going to have these moments, and it makes it so much more precious and so much sweeter. So if this sounds good for you, I would love for you to join us in the workshop. It's going to be magnetism, amazingness. It's going to emphasize everything that you truly are inside. It's not there to change you. It's to help enhance who you really are and to help enhance your days and to make something work for you that you know you can take with you and feel grounded anytime you need it. I'll put a link in the show notes. I hope to see you there. If not, I really appreciate you being in this podcast community. I truly, our time together means so much. And if anything hits ever, please email me at support@meganwaldrop.com. Please leave a review. If you leave a few sentences on Apple, that will help this podcast reach other people. It will be such a huge gift. And you could also join my newsletter, which will be linked below as well, because I'd love to stay in touch with you. I'd love to continue to have these conversations because, where else can we just be ourselves and just have these real conversations about, what it's like to just go along this journey together. I'm not a guru. I've said this before. I'm not here to teach you. And I know things. I'm here to share and reflect and to really pick out the beauty of life that we all go through, and for us to really dive in and to really embrace all those blessings and those miracles that we have every day that are just around us all the time. And we're just, how do we open ourselves up to really notice them more? And that's what we're going to talk more about in the workshop on Tuesday, February 17th, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you there. And until then, I hope you all take care, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye.